When I was 18 years old, I was a drug addict. I was a criminal and gang member. I murdered a teacher. I didn't care that he was a teacher. I didn't care anything about him. I didn't see people. I just saw obstacles I needed to plow through. I need to be in prison. My name is Mikhail Markhasev. I've been here in Corcoran 23 years, and this is my second participation in the Between the Lines event. On this yard, there are many lifers. I myself am serving life without parole. So the message, the perception and reality on the outside world is that we are irredeemable. And oftentimes, when you come here, you remind us that we should be doing something to redeem ourselves. We cannot change our sentences, but we can change ourselves. I cannot make things right to magically change the past, but I need to be right and to change what I'm doing today because I could still do a lot of good, even in this prison yard. Even if I'm not going home, I still have an obligation to do something with myself. And when I come here and when I watch you do the event that you are doing, that's all the more incentive. For instance, think about it. I thought that you were going to come back. COVID put a short stop to everything. But when I thought you were going to come back, it made me want to give you something more when you came back. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look like I disappointed you. Why? Because there are people in the free world who are saying, look, we're here for you. We're not here for you just to give you something. We're here to help you to become what you know you should be anyways.
Right.
And see, that's the message that is often lost. We're judged by our crimes. We're judged by our past. And I accept that. I should be. I need to be in prison. However, I know I ought to be more. I ought to do more. And I also want to help the man next to me. A lot of the youngsters who are coming into prison, a lot of the men who have given up. This is September Suicide Prevention. You see, everyone needs a hope. And here we have to work and labor against the tide of despair that swamps us in this regard. So, again, you're a part of this. And the perception that we want to change is look, we all want to become better. And it takes a lot of hard work. And this work is done one day at a time, one opportunity at a time. Today is one such day and one such opportunity that you're here to remind us of that. Again, I've been here in Corcoran since 1999. I came here when I was 20 years old. I spent 7 years in the hole in the shoe, and I went through all of the different yards here. And many have often encouraged me to leave, you see. But I want to tell you that in this pit of despair, right? Given my predicament as life without parole, and in this prison where there's a lot of brokenness, I want to say that there's a lot of good people here. There's a lot of good staff members. There's a lot of good administrators. There's prisoners who are trying to be better. And so it's the people who make the place. It's not the place that makes the people. Now we can allow it to break us, to embitter us, and to, make us curse the darkness. But I think the more important thing is, look, after 20 some years here, what will I have to show for my time in Corcoran? What will I have to say? Oh, this place, it's doomed, it's this, that, and the other. Or am I going to say this is the place of my redemption? And that this is the place where I learned how to be a man, how to forge healthy ties, how to learn respect, and how to become a vessel, an instrument of peace, both to those around me and to the people I hope to impact in the free world. And so when we look at these buildings behind me, when we look at these beehives of despair, they're also, the opposite is true, is it's a possibility for transformative growth. It's a possibility for restorative justice. And it may not make the news, but it's happening every day through small acts of kindness, through goodness, through interaction, and through everyone who's here who has an opportunity to contribute to it. So I just want to emphasize that again.
Amazing.
It's not just a social drain pipe, it's also an outlet to, social transformation. You know, it's going to be what we make it to be, and that's the bottom line. Now, the first time you guys came here was about a week or two before COVID shut everything down. And in my more than 20 years here, this was a premier event. What you guys did was a culture change here. When you came here, you transformed the atmosphere, you transformed the environment, you transformed not only us, but even the staff and everyone that you impacted. And so it was surreal in that sense. And so after that, now we're all different. Now we're all masked, social distanced, but yet here you are again. And so what you are telling us is that we are worth investing in, that we are worth coming to see. And last time you came, you reminded us that it's not just about us being visited. It's to remind us that we need to be better people than when we first came in. And you challenged us to do that. And that's important. That's critical for us. And so we appreciate you doing that. And one thing I want to tell you is for many of us, we missed the exit signs that should have been there. Basketball ministry, sports, education, academic pursuits. We squandered those opportunities. But you are showing us right now, for those of us who have wasted the opportunities, that there are still exit signs that we can take even right now to redeem the past that we cannot change, to make difference in the present, and to build a better future. Not only on our own, but that you are providing us the template of how to do it. Because some of you, like Brandon from Houston, or some of the guys who are here, they also came from a broken place. And so you are showing us that we are not unique in that regard, but what can be unique is our path toward redemption. We are done, both in here and out there. And for me personally, I'm part of the education department here in Corcoran. When I was 18 years old, I was a drug addict. I was a criminal and gang member. I murdered a teacher. I didn't care that he was a teacher. I didn't care anything about him. I didn't see people. I just saw obstacles and needed to plow through. And so now I'm with education. I'm a college graduate. I'm part of the peer literacy mentorship here. And I have found my exit sign, a way to give back, a way to make indirect amends by helping the men around me to both achieve their educational goals, to prepare for release, and to be my brother's keeper, the very thing that I failed to be in my youth. And that's what you are doing here. And I think that this is the importance both of your program, of your message, and of the atmosphere that you create, both by your presence and by what you share and impart to us in here. That's why this is so pivotal, because you come back and you remind us not only who we ought to be, but what we can become if we make the right choices right now, even for all of the wrongs that we have committed in the past, and for all the things that brought us here, and for everything that coulda, shoulda, woulda. And so I just want to thank you, both on my behalf personally and on behalf of all of us who are here in Corcoran. May God bless you, and may you continue to do the great work that you are doing. It's a pleasure.